Hey guys, what is going on? It is me, BakuriBox12 here, and welcome back to another Realm of the Mad Gods solo commentary video, following it up from a few days ago now. I think it's been 4 days or so. Earlier this week. Yin Yarn and Nidawig are currently unavailable. It's actually quite late right now. I'm kind of recording this before I go to bed. Just felt like I'd kill some time, you know, play for a little bit. I've got a quest chest I gotta need to collect. In fact, I need 2 more Oryx marks to get that. I'm really hoping that one day I can, maybe for Christmas, that would be great if I could get like somewhere 100 quest chests, epic or regular, and then just open them all up. That would be a fantastic Christmas video, actually. Here's hoping, right? Yeah. It'll take a lot of grinding though, so. But, you know. I mainly go after the ones that have Oryx or Janus. Those are just typically the easiest ones to go for. Because you only need 4 of them, and closing realms happens so quickly all the time, so. But I'm gonna try and stock up on most other— oh, that cancels speedy. Running through the blue cancels speedy, right, because whenever you're hexed, you get speedy, so it just cancels everything out. Do I want to do— do I even have— yeah, you know what, let's do it. Let's do second, why not? I'm a warrior, I can go fast. But yeah, those are really the only quests that I go for. I don't go for the B one. Sometimes I go for the Forgotten King. Geb one I do like going for because it seems like everyone just has a stockpile of tomb keys at all times. So anytime I have that quest, I just— hey, can I borrow these for a little bit? Thanks. Easy Geb marks. I was thinking about, you know, Realm as a whole. I wonder if— am I just getting sick of Realm because I'm doing it too much, or is it one of those experiences where they pass? They have a point of— I guess I wouldn't say a point of no return, but a point at which you pass where what you liked about it was how new it was. Because whenever I'm doing videos on Realm, you know, I have to take into account, like, a lot of other players, and I have to take into account, like, say, just a class video like the Samurai Guide. I have to think about in context of not what my memory is rooted in, but like how the game is actually played now. And it's very different, like how everything is played. It used to be 2013, 14. Sure, pets were a thing, but it was still pretty much rooted in old Realm. Oh my— whoa, 4 Enforcer bots, jeez. Might have to put this bad boy on for a sec. But yeah, in 2013 and 14, it was still, you know, still basically Realm of the Mad God. It wasn't this vastly different game yet, and now it's like kind of everyone's become desensitized to it. There were still plenty of new players. Even though we lost a lot of people after the whole Kabam pay-to-win sort of aspects of it came in, there was still a ton of— whoa, that's a good start. What, he doesn't drop Condu. No, dang it, he doesn't— no, he does drop Folmy. Oh man, well, you know. Srobe, it's good enough. Well, I got an Expo along with it. I actually think that's the better drop. Actually, let me turn chat on. It's late at night, so I don't have to worry about it. I do have to turn chat off sometimes because it honestly just gets too distracting. Like, you can already tell I have a hard time keeping my own train of thought playing by myself. Like, you throw a chat that is constantly feeding me information into the mix, and suddenly it's a bloodbath of words. Nothing will make sense. Like, yeah, it ain't pretty. Horrific. Oh, really? Oh, that's right. I should kill these guys. These are not the guys. My original thought process behind bringing all of this up was just that I often wonder if my thoughts of Realm are rooted in the past rather than what it is now. I kind of just have to check my biases sometimes and think if the way I view Realm now is because I sort of romanticize the past, or if it's because I'm genuinely just kind of done with it, had my fill. And both of those sides could be equally supported because I have been playing this game for over 6 years, and also there are plenty of games that I have played where the first playthrough, or the beginning, like the first year or so, is always the best. Because it's new. It's when the game is filled with this really mystical feeling to it. The common comparison that I like to bring up is Minecraft. It's a game that I was obsessed with in the beginning because it was just this big world that you could explore, and honestly, I don't even really know. It was so atmospheric, so simple, but it had an everlasting objective. Survive, if you played in survival, of course. And that simple concept just really stuck with me. I don't know why. I don't know why it was so... I mean, I guess that's why the game became a phenomenon. Everybody kind of had that same feeling. Everybody liked Minecraft because it was something we could all play and relate to. It wasn't too complicated. It was just this big world that had an awesome soundtrack that would pop in every now and then. You crafted your stuff, you would build it, you would die and it would suck. Zombies were scary the first time you played it, you would hear that sound effect. When you heard the creeper, you knew it was over. I got quite some fond memories playing that game. I think many of us do. It's very popular, insanely popular. I often wonder if games like that become super popular only die because they get too popular. And then everybody crashes and burns, or if that's just the natural life cycle of a video game. Like, it's happening to PUBG right now. Even though Fortnite was very much around, it didn't really happen until recently. I've been playing it, and you can tell because the queue times are longer. So less people are just playing it overall. The game is getting updated less concurrent players. It's starting to reach the end of its cycle. And I imagine Fortnite is probably going to hit that soon, if it hasn't already. I have never played it. I played it at my friend's house, but it was on console, so I don't even really count that. I cannot use a regular controller for shooting controls. It does not work for me. I felt like there was kind of an auto lock on whenever I played it, just to compensate for that, but I don't know, maybe it was just me. Yeah, though I definitely am a man who romanticizes the past. That is a good way of summing it up. Whoa. Hello. Yes. I've always been really fond of just observing what things were like, things that appear vintage and old. Did I talk about this in the last one? I feel like I did, but it bears repeating. I'm a classical man. I can appreciate things that came before me, and I find it very authentic, something that you make now won't have. You know, something from, like if you watch a movie from the 80s. Oh, 80s movies have such a vibe about them that no modern movie can replicate, and if it does, it's simply paying an homage. It doesn't feel as authentic as it could be. You know, and you know, there are exceptions to that. If a movie is made really well and is definitely trying to capitalize that, they use the same camera quality, same writing techniques, sure. But the point is, things that were made in the time that they were made in will always feel like it. So that way, whenever years pass, you can tell, and they have that aura of another time. And it feels... I don't know how to describe it, but I got the same feeling whenever I was younger, because I would play the NES, my mom's NES. Oh, careful. I like Oryx's phases. We don't get to see them enough. They're really unique. It's got dialogue for it all. But yeah, no, whenever I would play the NES as a kid, I wanted to because it was an 8-bit. Because it looked authentic and different, and it was from an era that I missed. And that was so cool to me. I was infatuated with that. I still am. It's why I still play games like that now. Let's put this on. I do not need Speedy. Something about him. Something about it. I really wish I could pinpoint it. The best way to describe it is it's authentic and classic. And it gives me that That warm feeling. Yeah, Oryx is still the same though. They haven't reworked him. Kind of surprised. Felt like they would have added some... Oh wow, I haven't seen this phase in ages. Jeez. Oh wow, this brings me back. Remember losing my 3/8 wizard? To those ninjas, they ran right over me and popped me. Ugh. Still remember that. I just maxed him too. It was devastating. Don't get addicted to this game, folks. You can have fun. You can play it regularly. You can play it daily for like an hour or two. But don't let it consume you. And don't spend money on items. If you do that, you will buy the items and you will lose them and feel like, wow, absolute garbage. Because you just spent money on something that you don't have. It's a very painful feeling. Oh, I don't have a good sword for O2. Do I even have an ink? Do not. But I got my mark. I just need one more and I get my chest. Probably should have popped this. Giving Astral and Agate Claw Dagger before host. Dude, that's... You just sold him. Yeah, he opened right up whenever you said that. I'm so bummed out that I missed out on the ST event. I've come around on a lot of the ST items. Sets as a whole, rather. They're really good. Like, a lot of them are. In fact, most of them are at least good, you know? They're not... You know, some of them aren't great or anything, they're kind of like, eh. But, they're all usable. They all got good pieces. Very nice. That's a Kabam thing, right? Kabam added the Oryx ST set. And that's not even an ST set, it's just a bunch of reskins, so... you could tell they were still kind of figuring out what they... Ooh, ouch. Oh, this is going to be tough. Tough on a warrior, and it's always the minions that trip me up. I can get close to him fine once I look for an opening, and yeah, this will be. Oof, do you see this range? This is the cutlass. This is the cutlass struggle right here. All right, is that enough damage? That's my problem. Whenever I start moving right, I think right is more dominant for me. I'm sorry. Whenever I move left. Right is, for some reason, my dominant side in Realm. If you can even have a dominant side. So whenever I try to move... Oh no, you're right. Dang it, it was right. Left is my dominant side, but I shoot to the right. That's what it is. This is my dominant play. Like this. If I start moving to the right and trying to do this, I will probably get hit. It's weird. You know, Oryx should drop the Oryx set, but it should be different, you know? Give him a dang white bag. He's Oryx the Mad God. He's the only boss in the game, like main boss, that doesn't drop a white, and he's like the title character. Really doesn't make any sense. Unless they're holding out. And make it really good. Like, you got no reason not to. Sure, Oryx is a pretty easy boss these days, but still, like, just give us something. Oh, an Acropolis. I didn't even pop my dang clover, but sure. Tops are unfortunately not as valuable anymore, but it's still good to get one. The worst is whenever you come up empty. Okay, I'm all back. Cleared out my vault, got space. Let's head right back into the fire. And one of my other quests, we just need one. Ooh, a lucky Djinn. There's nobody in here. This realm is gonna take a while. Fair enough. Hey, maybe we can get a Doku from that Djinn's crawling depths. Who knows? Let's be optimistic here. Yeah, what I was talking about before, ST sets. I think, you know, I haven't really said much about the concept, but I think it's actually a pretty awesome addition to Realm that I don't really give any credit for. Actually, I need abysses as well, so I'm going to do that. It's like, we kind of jokingly call them tradable UTs, because that's kind of what they were designed to be, in the beginning, rather, whenever the ST sets were tradable, like Aetheryte and Pixie Sword. I'm actually confused, why are they still tradable? They started making the recent sets untradable. They're all untradable past, like, the Skald set, and I believe their reasoning was duping. So, why? How come we have the other sets that are still tradable? Like, People are trading Etherites and Soulless Robes and Pixie Swords, Fairy Plates, which I'm happy they're on the market, but there's no consistency. I too have never gotten a Doku. Want to do some Sea Depths? Sure. Aside from that, I do actually think STs are a pretty smart decision. Like, if they want to keep them all soulbound, that's fine. I don't have a problem. Soulbound, unsoulbound, whatever. But make them, like, you know, not that good on their own, like they should be. None of the pieces really should be that good on their own. And then you have to wear them all at the same time, and it becomes probably the best set for that class. You know, like collecting all pieces, like getting all the armor upgrades in Mega Man X game. Something like that, where you have to, I know I'm not rushing, by the way, I just kind of meander through this place. Wow, I did not take a single point of damage from that because I instantly healed it all back. That is ridiculous. But yeah, I think that that's how it should be handled. I think STs should be a little more powerful. I think they deserve it. They should be items that exceed UTs even. On their own, no, not a chance. But together, the bonuses are just too good. Too good not to be. And if you have to make an item better or worse to suit that condition, so be it. As long as the end result is... Are they all dead? Okay. As long as the end result is... It's the best set, but it's also the hardest one to get. And I'm fine with that. I think that's not too much to ask. But maybe they want to reserve that for the UT sets. Whoa, that was a lot of gods all of a sudden. Alright, here we go. Face first. Love me a jug. Godlands farming was probably my biggest source of income in the beginning, because dungeons were just too dang hard. Too dangerous, rather. Like, everything hit abysses, forget it. Undead layers, maybe. Snake pits, definitely. I'm kind of surprised I didn't really do that many sprite worlds. I think I discovered that a little bit later, whenever my uncle was, he showed me the game and we were playing. We didn't really do any. It was snake pits. That was the one that we did, which is weird considering I always recommend running sprites. A lot of which I'm bypassing right now. But that's because I feel like sprites are easier, but a lot of people tell me otherwise, and that's fine. To each his own. They're pretty similar anyway. They're in the exact same tier of dungeon difficulty, so if you find one to be easier, then that's good. I just feel like sprite worlds are easier to clear because the sprites do so little damage. But maybe Lyman's a more difficult boss fight. Lemon, Limon, Lehman. Where's the dang abyss? I need some white demons. Here we go. Oh, why thank you, sir. Let's get this going, and then we'll do some crawling depths and maybe finally get that Doku. Imagine the one time I don't play with Yin or Wig, I actually get the Doku. Incredible. I mean, the title of the video would be I finally got it, because we all know what it's gonna be. Oh, man. I'm actually kind of excited if that happens. Although, I would actually much rather prefer the Assassin ST items that drop from the Sea Depths instead. The Ripper and the Rags. Because they're just really good. Those are some really good items even on their own. But of course, Doku is on my list. Although, it will be sad to see the meme go one day. When I finally have a Doku, and I won't be able to use that as a cheap source of comedy anymore. It'll be a sad day. What? It's okay, we move on. Oh wow, dead end. Jug is great if you don't want to dodge. Or you can't. It's great. Just, you know, you gotta get one. That's one condition. I wonder how much life it would be worth if it came back right now. Because I remember before the UT weekend that I was on for, were there 2 UT weekends? I feel like I remember there being 2. Or maybe UTs were tradable for a very short amount of time, sweet VitDef. Then they took it away, and then they said they were going to bring it back one more time. Because I remember Pyramid Rings, this was back, you know, before Shatters, so Shatters Whites didn't exist. Pyramid Ring was essentially the best ring in the game, and it was worth around 10, 15 life, and jugs were the same price. Think about that. Same price. Jug, that's insane, right? At least for me, you know, Pyramid has always been a very common white for me to have, so the fact that it rivals Jug is just, oh, that's insane. There's no way. But that was how it went. Sweet, got this as well. Yeah, I'm not gonna get these tonight. I do like how they give this little optional one if you just want pots. That's nice.